Windy conditions are expected to return to Southern California as firefighters battle the ongoing flames in Los Angeles County. This right here is new video from Napa firefighters battling the Palisades fire. You can see crews trying to knock down flames threatening an entire block of homes. Right now, some 92,000 people across LA County remain under evacuation orders. Overnight, we learned the death toll from both the Eaton and Palisades fires has now reached 24. And those powerful winds are once again a big concern. NBC's Jay Gray has the latest.
Look, let's start with the containment numbers, and they are up in all three active fires over the last 24 hours. Not significantly, but it does show that teams along the front lines are making some progress. There's concern right now that progress could be in jeopardy with what's now being characterized as an extreme and particularly dangerous red flag warning. That's a rare designation. We saw it initially with the fires that left devastation like this across miles in this area. Areas that look like a bomb's been dropped, others where there's just nothing left, no clue of what was standing before the flames. The winds, again, expected to intensify dramatically over the next several days with gusts that could reach 70 miles an hour or more. Not the 90 to 100 we saw initially, but still strong enough to really re-energize the fire where it is burning out of control at this point. Enough to spark embers and spread those embers into new areas. Now, 1,000 additional National Guard troops have been moved into the area, 2,500 in all now working this fire. Law enforcement, fire teams constantly patrolling and preparing for this next wind event that is coming. The Palisades is, of course, the largest blaze. It's 14% contained right now. And so the opportunity for this fire to spread is something that's really concerning as they, again, prepare for the strong winds to intensify and continue at least through Wednesday. That's the latest here in Pacific Palisades. I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
A very uneasy situation for so many in Southern California. Adam Claiborne joins us with a closer look at those winds, Adam.
Hey there, Christine. So wanted to show you kind of just the pattern. That's what's been going on the past few days. And again, what we're expecting. So this is later on here as we go into the afternoon. You can see more of that color showing up, whether it's yellows, there's oranges, or even some of those pinks indicating where we have some of those gusts and how it flares up and then it dies down as we head into the nighttime hours. But then yet again, we're expecting it to be around and maybe even a bit stronger in some of those isolated areas here as we head on into the day tomorrow as it comes back yet again. And some of those higher gusts, as we were just talking about, could get up to about 70 miles per hour. That's within this high warning area that you see more in the mustard coloring here. And generally winds we're talking about out of the northeast between 30 to 40 miles per hour, but those peak winds of about 70, of course, will flame any sort of fan any sort of flame that we might have with those fires here as we go into the day tomorrow and really into Wednesday too, as this is going to be in effect until noon on Wednesday. The outside areas here that you see more in the tan color, that will be where we have those wind advisories, which will be for some gusts up to about 55 miles per hour. So not as strong with those winds, but still expecting them to be on the higher side. And this is all going to be going hand in hand with our fire weather warning, which is going to be with us down this way until 6 p.m. heading on into the middle of the week. And of course, with the drier air and you have a lot more of that wind around, we've been dealing with some issues when it comes to air quality. Right now, it looks like things are not too bad and you're not seeing as much of that showing up right overhead. So air quality has improved a little bit here over Southern California. But of course, when we see some of those fires flame up yet again, it might become more of an issue. Quiet here, closer to home. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Well, dozens of pets from Los Angeles arrived in Western Washington ready to find new homes. The dogs and cats were brought here to make room in LA County shelters for animals impacted by the fires. King 5's Drew Andre talked to Seattle Humane in Bellevue to find out what happens next.
Well, today the shelter has been checking these animals into its system, and the hope is that they could be up for adoption as soon as tomorrow. And this is providing a lot of relief because these shelters in Southern California have just been filling up extremely quick since these fires broke out. The animals landed at Boeing Field Sunday afternoon, 39 dogs and 18 cats. These are pets that were already in the shelter system before the fires hit. They just haven't found homes yet. Seattle Humane welcomed them in with open arms, and the hope is that they will find new homes in no time here in Seattle.
Because the Pacific Northwest, we love our animals, they are our family, and they just have a better, higher chance of being adopted a lot faster, and that will make room for a lot more pets that are displaced from the fires to be reunited with their families.
Just days into the fires, one animal shelter in Pasadena said it had taken in over 300 animals. Seattle Humane says they plan on bringing in even more pets from Southern California if they're called upon, and there's a good chance that could happen. You can check the Seattle Humane website for more information on these pets that will be up for adoption. Reporting in Bellevue, Drew Andre, King 5 News.
We have activated our Northwest response for those who need help. You can donate by scanning the QR code on your screen, and that money goes directly to the American Red Cross to help those affected. You can also visit U.S. Bank branches throughout Washington and Oregon to make a donation, or you can head to king5.com for more information.